In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on November 26, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Houston versus Alabama. The 7th-ranked Houston Cougars, holding a 3-1 record overall and 0-0 in the Big 12, are aiming for their first victory over a ranked opponent this season as they prepare to face the 8th-ranked Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama enters the matchup with a 4-1 record and a 0-0 mark in the Southeastern Conference. The game is a marquee event in the Players Era Festival Impact Tournament and will take place at the MGM Grand Garden Arena on Tuesday night. Houston is coming off a commanding 80-44 victory over Hofstra, where they exceeded expectations as 28.5-point favorites. Meanwhile, Alabama notched an impressive 100-87 win against the 25th-ranked Illinois team, covering an 8.5-point spread. In their 2 previous meetings, Alabama holds a 2-0 record over Houston, including a 71-65 victory in their most recent clash in 2022. Both teams are off to strong starts this season, with Houston winning 3 of their first 4 games and Alabama triumphing in 4 out of 5. The Cougars have been exceptional offensively, converting over 48% of their field goal and 3-point attempts. Their proficiency extends to free throws, with a success rate exceeding 72%. On the boards, Houston has been dominant, averaging more than 12 offensive rebounds per game, providing them with ample second-chance opportunities. Furthermore, their disciplined play limits turnovers, reducing easy scoring chances for opponents. On the other hand, Alabama has struggled defensively, allowing over 79 points per game in their last 3 outings, which could make it challenging for them to contain Houston's potent offense. While Alabama has also showcased offensive prowess, they have not been as efficient as Houston in recent games. Their shooting has faltered, and their rebounding efforts lag behind the Cougars, which could reduce their second-chance scoring opportunities. Additionally, Alabama's tendency to commit turnovers could play into Houston's strengths, as the Cougars average over 10 steals per game. Defensively, Houston has been a powerhouse, holding opponents to fewer than 55 points per game, and they are likely to stifle Alabama's offensive efforts in this matchup. This contest marks the 3rd meeting between these programs in the last 4 seasons, with the series tied at 3-3 straight up. Alabama's primary challenge lies in their defensive shortcomings, both in limiting opponents and in their own approach to the game. Their recent performances have seen them concede 87 points in back-to-back games, exposing vulnerabilities against Houston's disciplined and suffocating defensive style. While the Crimson Tide may find some offensive success, as Auburn did by scoring 74 points against Houston earlier this season, the Cougars have since rebounded by holding subsequent opponents to 45 points or fewer. Houston's balanced scoring and control on both ends of the court suggests they have the tools to dictate the tempo and outcome of this game. While there is a case to be made for Alabama keeping it close, their inconsistency from 3-point range under Coach Nate Oates is a significant concern. Given their reliance on perimeter shooting, poor execution in this area could prove costly against a Houston team that excels at limiting opponents' opportunities. The Cougars' efficiency from beyond the arc and their defensive tenacity are likely to be decisive factors. Moreover, Alabama struggled in neutral site games last season, while Houston has consistently translated its strong home form to other venues. As a result, the Houston Cougars to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In their last meeting in December 2022, the 2 teams combined for 137 points, falling just under the 138.5-point total. This year, the total is set significantly higher, a decision likely influenced by Houston's defensive capabilities. The Cougars have allowed 45 points or fewer in all 3 of their victories this season, demonstrating their ability to lock down opponents. while analytics, such as KenPom, rank Houston 4th in adjusted offense and 3rd in adjusted defense. Their methodical style of play is notable. They rank 346th in tempo, making them one of the most patient offenses in the nation. Conversely, Alabama ranks 3rd in adjusted offense and 7th in tempo, favoring a fast-paced approach. Despite this, they will likely struggle to maintain their typical scoring output against Houston's disciplined defense. While the Tide should avoid being held to the 40s, they are unlikely to approach triple digits. For this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Kansas versus Duke. The Terry's Chocolate Vegas Showdown is set to showcase a thrilling and high-profile clash between two of college basketball's powerhouse programs, the #1 ranked Kansas Jayhawks and the #11 ranked Duke Blue Devils. These two storied teams last met in the 2022 Champions Classic, where Kansas came out on top with a 5-point victory. In their most recent outing, Kansas secured a home win over UNC Wilmington, defeating them 84-66, though they failed to cover the substantial 24.5-point spread as favorites. Meanwhile, Duke demonstrated their strength by traveling to face the #17 Arizona Wildcats, pulling off an impressive 69-55 victory as 1.5-point underdogs. This matchup features two of the most talented teams in college basketball, both boasting elite rosters. Duke's freshman Phenom Cooper-Flagg has garnered much of the spotlight, and with good reason. He leads the Blue Devils in nearly every significant statistical category. Kansas, while undoubtedly deep and talented, lacks a defender with Flagg's unique combination of size, speed, and versatility. Center Hunter Dickinson, though dominant in the post, struggles to match Flagg's agility on the perimeter, while Kansas' smaller guards are unable to challenge his height effectively. KJ Adams Jr. at 6'7" represents Kansas' best chance at slowing Flagg, but even he is unlikely to consistently contest Flagg's perimeter shooting. On the flip side, Dickinson poses a serious challenge for Duke in the paint, but the Blue Devils' top-rated defense, led by 7'2", 250-pound Common Maloch, is well equipped to counter his impact. Maloch's size and physicality will be key in neutralizing Dickinson's presence inside. Ultimately, Duke's defensive prowess gives them the tools to better contain Kansas star players than the Jayhawks can contain Flagg. Historically, Kansas holds a slight edge in this rivalry, with a 4-2 record in their last 6 meetings, both straight up and against the spread. Additionally, 4 of their past 6 matchups have gone under the total. In this marquee showdown, Duke is entering as a 3.5-point favorite, and the game is shaping up to be a battle between two elite offenses. Both teams excel at putting points on the board, with Kansas averaging 84 points per game and Duke slightly better at 85. However, Duke's defense sets them apart, ranking 12th nationally and allowing 10 fewer points per game than Kansas. While the Jayhawks boast superior field goal accuracy, Duke's sharp perimeter shooting and dominance on the boards, ranking 14th nationally in rebounding, give them a noticeable edge. In this tightly contested game, the Duke Blue Devils to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. This game will take place at a neutral site, where these teams have historically leaned toward lower scoring outcomes. Earlier this season, Duke faced Kentucky in the Champions Classic and went under the total, while Kansas also played in the tournament and fell under the total in their matchup with Michigan State. Duke's recent clash with Arizona was another high-profile game that stayed under the total. The Blue Devils boast the nation's top-ranked defense in terms of efficiency, a testament to their disciplined coaching and ability to adapt to any opponent's strategy. Duke also has significant length and shot blocking ability at the rim, with Flagg and Maloch anchoring their interior defense. Kansas is no slouch defensively either, with Hunter Dickinson and Flory Bidunga offering excellent rim protection. Neither team is likely to generate easy scoring opportunities inside, which will slow the pace of the game. Duke's methodical playing style, ranked 217th in pace of play nationally, is another factor pointing toward a lower scoring affair. They thrive on deliberate, efficient basketball, and their biggest games this season have consistently fallen short of the point total. Both teams enter this contest with 3 consecutive games going under the total, and it's likely that they will push each other to their limits defensively. With neither team surpassing 70 points in their last 2 meetings, it's easy to envision another gritty, defensive battle. A slower tempo combined with top-tier defensive efforts on both sides makes under the projected total our full game total pick. Auburn versus North Carolina. It's a thrilling semifinal showdown on the college basketball stage as a powerhouse from the Southeastern Conference squares off against a formidable contender from the Atlantic Coast Conference, all unfolding in the picturesque Hawaiian Islands. The number 4 Auburn Tigers will face the number 10 North Carolina Tar Heels on Tuesday night in the Maui Invitational, with the victor earning a spot in the tournament's championship game. Auburn narrowly defeated number 5 Iowa State in their opening round game on Monday night, claiming an 83-81 victory but failing to cover the 3.5-point spread. Similarly, North Carolina overcame a significant challenge from Dayton, pulling off a 92-90 win but falling short of the 9.5-point spread. These two teams last faced each other in the 2019 NCAA Tournament Sweet 16, where Auburn triumphed with a commanding 97-80 win on March 29, 2019. This matchup marks the third clash of ranked teams in the tournament, featuring number 4 Auburn and number 12 North Carolina in what promises to be another high-stakes battle. Both squads showcased remarkable resilience on Monday, staging dramatic comebacks to secure their semifinal berths. However, the intense efforts might leave both sides fatigued, particularly in the second half. The Tar Heels struggled to find their rhythm for much of the first half in their previous game and now face a stern test against Auburn, having already suffered a narrow 92-89 loss to Kansas earlier this month. Auburn's path has been particularly challenging, as they made history by defeating 2 top 5 teams for the first time in their program's history. Auburn holds a slight advantage in this contest, primarily due to their defensive strength, which could disrupt North Carolina's guard play. Additionally, the Tigers' size in the paint, anchored by Johnny Broome and Dylan Cardwell, presents a tough challenge for Jalen Washington's post presence. Broome, one of college basketball's top shot blockers, tallied 2 blocks against Iowa State on Monday. Meanwhile, North Carolina's turnover issues could play into Auburn's hands, as the Tigers thrive on creating opportunities in transition. Both teams exerted considerable energy to rally from significant halftime deficits in their previous games, but fatigue might affect the Tar Heels more than the Tigers. North Carolina is playing their 3rd game in 5 days, having faced Hawaii before this tournament began. Head coach Hubert Davis relied heavily on a short rotation, with only Powell and Jackson seeing significant action, while reserves like Lubin, Brown, and Tyson played minimal minutes. Conversely, Auburn rotated 10 players, with 9 logging double-digit minutes, giving them a fresher lineup. This depth could prove decisive, enabling the Tigers to advance to the championship game. Therefore, the Auburn Tigers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In terms of the total points for this game, Auburn has seen the over-hit in 3 of their 5 games this season. The Tigers rank 9th in defensive efficiency and 20th in effective field goal percentage defense, though they sit at 235th in forced turnover percentage and 91st in 3-point defense. Auburn plays at an above-average pace, ranking 135th in adjusted tempo with an average of 69.6 possessions per game, according to Ken Palm. North Carolina, on the other hand, has seen the over-hit in all 5 of their games so far this season. The Tar Heels are highly productive offensively, ranking 5th in efficiency, 4th in turnover percentage, and 81st in 2-point shooting. Their tempo is notably fast, as they rank 6th in adjusted pace with 73.7 possessions per game, according to Ken Palm. With both teams inclined to push the pace and capable of piling up points, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.